This is Arts Alive. I'm Lynda Phillippi. My guests today are Tracy Weber, Lance Nutman, and Austin Ewing, and they're here to talk about Little Shop of Horrors, which is opening at Gallery Theater on Friday the 13th of September. Welcome to all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
I know you've certainly been here before, and you've been here before. I'm not sure if you've been a guest before.
No, this is my first time.
Wow, this is exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, so Little Shop of Horrors, you're the assistant director.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk a little bit about the play?
Yes, it's all based off of a movie that came out in around the 1960s of the same name, and it's basically about a man-eating plant, and it's based in this little sort of unnamed town that's referred to as Skid Row. That is just sort of the hodunk type of city area, and it takes place in this little shop where our main character, Seymour, finds a plant at some sort of wholesale flower market and feeds it blood, and it suddenly starts to grow, and in the end of the show it eventually just takes over, and a lot of crazy events happen along the way, and you meet a lot of really amazing, kooky characters.
Fun. Okay. Now, what about you, Tracy? Let's talk about your part a little bit.
I play the part of Audrey, which is kind of a little blonde, a little mixture of Marilyn Monroe and Goldie Hawn and, oh, help me out, Fay Ray.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just a kind of a mixture of that, and I fall in love with Seymour.
That's going to be fun. We should mention, obviously, this is a musical.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so everybody gets to do a lot of singing and dancing.
Yes.
That's fun. And what about you, Lance? Aside from being the show historian, you have all the facts straight and keeping us all clear.
I play many characters, actually.
Okay.
I'm kind of fill-in spots here and there, but my main character that I play is Orin Scrivello, DDS. He is a dentist who really, really likes his job. And he's kind of a, I don't know, not really a bad guy, but he's not a great guy. But I get to play him, I get to play man on the street, I get to play a customer, I get to play 3 or 4 characters in one particular scene where it's just on and off, quick costume change. So I get to play a little bit of everything. It's a very fun and challenging role.
I would imagine, especially with those quick changes and remembering the right accent for the right character or whatever. Yeah.
Yes.
You know, what we're doing. Now, in terms of just the technical piece, the plant, how are you dealing with the plant?
Well, the plant, the big challenge is not only finding, a puppet that is able to look like a large Venus flytrap and, is able to actually eat characters, but throughout the show, it grows. And so we have 5 or 6 different plants, all of different sizes. As it's growing, the audience gets to see its entire growth process, and so every time you see the puppet, it's always a different surprise because it's either a different size, or it's doing something, or it's eating someone. So, we rented our plant from an artist in Portland, and we should be picking it up soon. And it should be really fun for these next few weeks. The next few weeks before we get into opening night, to really get to work with it and actually have our main character to work with.
I mean, it seems like claymation or something. Like there's this giant. I mean, it's a character in and of itself. Obviously.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and
personality.
the gentleman that voices it is named Lee Hinton.
Okay.
And many people that are familiar with Mac kind of might know Lee. He plays downtown. He's a bucket drummer.
Okay.
So a lot of people know Lee, and he's got that big old voice.
The Cowardly Lion Lee.
Yes, he played
Okay.
the Cowardly Lion
He's
and the
fabulous,
Wiz recently.
yeah.
So.
Okay, good. Okay. So, I mean, really, that adds another dimension, because there's all the singing and all the dancing, and then the story, obviously, and you fall in love, and the romance, and then there's the plant. So, what's been the most fun about this for you, Austin?
For me, it's sort of seeing the wide variety of talent that we have, I guess not only in our area, but Tracy, she's come all the way from sort of the Salem-Keizer area, and she's, worked with us through this. This is her first gallery production.
Yeah. Okay.
And so it's cool to be able to, have such a wide variety of people to work with through, either the music of the show or dancing or, playing these characters, and then being able to develop the relationships that they do on stage, and being able to see, what talent we have in Oregon and in McMinnville, and being able to work with that and produce something that's going to be really, really fun to see.
Okay. So Tracy, have you worked like at Pentacle or other theaters?
No, I've never done a show for Pentacle. I have been away from theater for several years, and just this last summer I got back into it, but more in the Salem area. This is my first show with McMinnville Gallery Theater, and I am having a blast. Little 17-year-old over here has the maturity of a 40-year-old, and I have learned a tremendous amount from him and from his family alike, and seeing the organization skills through gallery theater, it's been mind-blowing. I'm very, very thrilled, and I feel very honored to be a part of the stage.
So obviously you must have some background in theater or singing or something like that? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I've been singing since I was probably about 8 years old. I started doing shows about that time. And I did a lot of theater up through high school, and in college I got married and traveled and sang and produced a couple of CDs. And my husband is a speaker, and we traveled all over the West Coast. And then I got pregnant and raised children, and now my boys are grown, and my husband's given me permission to go back to one of my first loves, which is theater, and I'm just having a great time.
Oh, that's wonderful. Good.
Yeah.
So now it's your turn.
Yeah.
That's fabulous. Okay. And getting right back into where, kind of like picking it up where you left off with a few more years.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. I've been surprised at the doors that have opened. I've had a great time.
Obviously, it's good timing. So, what made you decide to audition for this particular show?
Well, I saw the auditions, and I wanted to practice up on my audition skills. So really, I came without expecting any sort of role for that matter, and to get the part of Audrey it's a dream role, and I was thrilled to be able to be a part of it. So yeah, it was unexpected, but kind of like that unexpected pregnancy, you're excited about whatever's going to be birthed out of it. Yeah,
exactly.
It's
yes.
Christmas every day right now.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I see you over here laughing. I was like, yeah, okay, we can all relate to that. What was I going to ask you? Who's doing the choreography, and who's the music coach for this?
I've been doing vocal coaching.
Okay.
We are getting into adding the band now, and that's been a lot of fun. We have a lot of great musicians that are coming together to create a live sound for the
wonderful.
actors to work with.
Okay.
So yeah, we're not canning it. We're not, making a CD or something like that. No,
Yeah.
we're live music.
I think that makes a big difference, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Huge.
Absolutely. And our choreographer is Casey Jean Bowman. She has worked with my father and I several times in different productions. She started out in High School Musical. That's where we sort of first worked with her back in 2000-something. And from there, we knew that she was a talented dancer, and so we found her again, and we asked her if she would help with the show, and she, of course, said yes, and we got to sort of see what she had planned, and it's a lot of great stuff.
We have somebody we haven't mentioned. We have a 3-piece Greek chorus, basically, which consists of Letitia, Cassandra, and Lauren. And they kind of go through the whole show. They're the ones that know what's going on, basically. The rest of our characters are kind of clueless here and there. We don't really see what's going on, but the Greek chorus is a group of 3 doo-wop girls, basically.
How fun. Okay.
And they bring spirit to it, and they're kind of street urchins, and they come and go, but and they do a lot of the choreography too, and a lot of the dance numbers, and they kind of, you know, give
Winking
us
at
some
the
pizzazz.
audience, yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay,
give us a
perfect.
little nudge to the audience. So.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Was that your own particular spin on it?
No, it is in the original Broadway production. They have these three girls, and they're definitely key to moving the story along
Okay.
and throwing in the musical theater every now and then. They open the show with our most famous number, Little Shop of Horrors, and they get to just sing and dance and be the first thing that the audience sees. And it's awesome to be able to see what they're doing because it looks really, really good, and it's an amazing opening number.
Oh, that's great.
And so whenever they sort of have a scene, it usually goes into song and dance, or whenever you need to add that little bit of music, they pop on stage and they're there singing. And so I think they're a key part to the musical element of this show.
And who's doing the costuming?
Costuming is being done by my mother, Tracy Ewing, and she's working with some of the gallery theater costumers like Linda Prince and Antonia Osterhout, and they're all working together on getting a signified look, and Lance has several costumes for his various characters.
Velcro, I hope, like a burlesque dancer.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Lots of Velcro, lots of spirit gum for
Okay.
mustaches and things like that.
I was going to say, it's going to be hard to play a nun with the beard, you know?
The beard will be going away
the
soon,
beard.
so if
Okay.
people have ever wondered what I look like without facial hair, this will be a great chance to see it.
Okay, perfect. So, all right, so, you know, I think we're maybe coming to the end, so let's talk about the dates, and then let's talk about the special. You want to talk about that?
Yes, September 13th is opening night. Gallery theater shows run Fridays and Saturday evenings at 7:30. Sundays are matinees at 3. We'll run for 4 weekends, I believe.
Yes.
And then September 14th is a special buy one, get one free. So you can get that by calling the box office or by going down to the box office.
So it's
only on September 14th, Saturday night.
And you can purchase those tickets online as well.
Yes.
The 2 for
For
1?
the buy one?
For the buy one, get one free, you have to go into the box office.
Yes.
Okay.
But for all ticket sales, you can go online to our website. And the last chance to possibly see the show is going to be October 5th.
Okay, so well, that's you're taking it right up to the edge then.
To the edge, yes.
Okay, I love it. That's great. And people can get most of the tickets online except for that one special. That's a
Yes.
really good idea because I know sometimes that first Saturday night has kind of been a traditional kind of like a little bit of a push to get people out. There's the crowd on opening night, and then sometimes until the buzz comes along. But I think this is the type of play that the buzz will just keep building because it's a good idea for people if they want to take advantage of that September 14th. That's perfect, really.
And hopefully with our surprising finale, we'll bring back audience members. So you'll want to see it more than once.
Oh,
There's
you
a few
will.
surprises that
Is
you
this a
won't.
surprising
This is
finale?
not a boring musical. It's not very long. It's not your normal 3-hour production. It's only
Okay.
about an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
But you'll want to see it again.
It's really interesting about gallery because, it's like geared to the seats. The seats aren't getting any younger. And so when it's intermission time, usually you see people like standing up, oh God, but that's good. And the more exciting, the better, right? Okay, and then there's always the cookies.
Yes.
That's right. Cookies, that's important.
Once you smell them start to bake. Well, I really want to thank the 3 of you for being here today. I'm really looking forward to this, and I'm sure it's going to be an exciting production. So good luck. Break a leg.
Thank
you.
you.